I love it. Colossians 3:15 Amplified. It said, let the peace of God, that is the sole harmony, that as the umpire that he wants us to do a church in Canada. And he wants me to pioneer it, but I wasn't ready for that kind of, So at that, before I came to Ilorin, that was still on. Because, I labored to build the cathedral. And my plan was, now that this is done, I will now sit down and rest and do work. So we're still in that. Then we got to that table. Rev didn't even know some of the things they were saying. Then Rev said, that is somebody that we introduce you to. You need to do this thing. I say, yay, what is happening here? So I said, okay, let me do meetings around Canada. I'll be there for 6 weeks. At that time, I do only 10 days when I travel, so I can do 2 Sundays and be back. So I do 10 days almost every month. So I was ready to do that. But I said, okay, let me do 6 weeks this time so that I will go around. Then I will now plant the church. But I said, okay, let me do 6 weeks this time so that I will go around. Then I will now plant the church and somebody will be there. And come. The second week, they said COVID had started. They want to close. So I called TJ. I said, they said COVID. TJ said, now if they close the border, it can't be more than 1 month now. And you have 6 weeks, you don't 2. So it's still okay. I was there for 14 months. So. But in the midst of that, I just knew I was in the center of God's will. Young. I didn't know how to be tough. And at that time, all my life, I've had only one pastor, and it's Reverend Victor. And if you know my pastor, even up till now, Rev is soft. So I didn't even learn that if your ministry will grow, you need to learn how to make hard decisions. Hard ones. I'll give you some examples. Number 1, if you're going to grow a great organization, church, ministry, anything, you must make the hard decision to put the right people in the right place. And sometimes it's harder than you think. Think like Pharaoh. This boy that they brought from prison, he's not from their country. He's not an Egyptian. They made him prime minister. Slave boy, a refugee. But the whole world will have perished if not for the hard decision made by Pharaoh. Sometimes we need to bring somebody that is not really in the top position. Move them from the back forward, because only them can save the work. Hard decision. I have to learn it. That sometimes ministry is not civil service. I said that yesterday. Number 2, you have to make the hard decision of rebuking people. Sometimes publicly. Did you hear me say that? Sometimes publicly. Do you know it was in public Jesus turned to Peter and said, get thee behind me, Satan. Hard decision. Hard decision. Let me give 2 or 3 more. You must, as a church, make the hard decision to move your church towards missions. Yeah. Thank God for what we learned from Dr. Augustine this morning. Hard decision. And Rev is about to make one. How do we support financially? Hard decision. It's very interesting that Bishop Oyedepo led the church on street evangelism. Hard decision. I have a friend I preach for in Port Harcourt every year. Has a great church. He told me, he does market evangelism every Thursday or so. And he moves the people. Hard decision. You sometimes need to make the hard decision of sending people out. Either to go and plant another church or to leave permanently. If they didn't throw Jonah out, all of them will have died. Yes, I've done it. I said, come, kneel down. Father, we send him forth. The guy opened his eyes. He said, no, I'm releasing you. I'm releasing you. I'm releasing you. And sometimes for good. I remember when I told Reverend B, you go there. I told Elder Bo, I'm sending you. After I told him I'm sending him to go and plant a church somewhere, he came to me at night like Nicodemus and said, Reverend, what exactly did I do? I just want you to, you didn't do anything. You are just too anointed to keep on sitting here. There is room for growth now. There are lives waiting for you. Go express yourself. So many things. Our decision of leading the church through fasting and prayer. Because for most people, their belly is their God. And you have to lead. Our decision. Our decision to practice frugality. Reverend Victor told me he had from Bishop Oyedepo that you should not spend more than 30% of your income on overhead. I learned it from him, practice the same thing. Hard decision. The first thing I did, I said, no more account committee, I'm the account committee. Every budget at that time, or not now, must pass through me. Hard decision. You see, people that can't make hard decisions can't do well in any organization. Hard decision. Let me stop. Somebody building a large organization must make the hard decision of teaching people how to honor him. Honor is a spiritual principle. And if you are not careful, people don't understand honor. Sometimes, Rev knows this person I preach for in California. He said to me, he said, Bishop Oyedepo used to come to America and he used to wait on Bishop Oyedepo. But he really didn't know how to honor Bishop until one day Bishop Abioye was there. He said he couldn't believe it. He said they got to the room and he was already seated at the dining and Bishop Oyedepo was standing. Then Bishop Abioye told him, stand up. When Papa comes, he will tell us where to sit. I discovered, that's not me, but that's him. I discovered sometimes you need to teach your people how to honor you. I had to teach my people. Because the honor they give you is the honor they'll give to your wife, is the honor they'll give to the other ministers. Let me tell you something about raising people right. Okay, so at the time, somebody called me and said, oh, Rev, the vice president at that time will be in Nigeria, it will be in Ibadan, and he wants to worship in your church. I said, he should not come. Somebody said, why? You don't know what it is to host those people. I hosted a few of them. It's crazy. Their security will come the night before. Then they will inspect the chair and tell you, if I want, they said the chair is not good. We should go and buy another chair for one person. Then at the time they will say, nobody can come through this. Where is the door coming through? This one, nobody can come. So I said, the vice president can't come. But why did I even know that guy? I got a call one time I was in America, and this guy said to me, he said, sorry, am I speaking with Reverend Odwell? I said, yes. He said, please, I want you to come preach in our church. I said, I don't know you. Sorry, I didn't preach for people I don't know. He said, well, me too, I don't know you. He said, but we have a problem here. I think you come and help us. I said, what's the problem? He said, we have two people here. One of them is the drummer, one of them is the head of choir. Both of them are consultants. The way they are serving in this church is not normal. If you know America, when you are a nurse, you are big. You don't even come to church. And pastor understands. Just send tithe. These ones are not doctors, so they are consultants. And the husband is beating drum. The wife is leading choir. And he said, every time I say to them, why are you people like this? They will say, Rev taught us. So, sir, I'm calling you, come and touch all of us. Just come, taught us. I preached there twice. Then he called me and said, the vice president is calling me to come and be his chief media assistant. No. That is how. Let me please say this to you. I'm doing a series in my church right now in Ibadan. I'm teaching doctrines, demonic influences, and social media. Yeah, I've done 2. I have 2 more to go. Doctrines, demonic influences. If you are not smart, you won't know that there are so many strategies. God, the Spirit of God, are the Spirit of God. They are the sons of, they are the sons of God. Father, I'm led. I'm led. Then I will hear a voice within me. I will know how to walk. I will know how to walk. I will know how to walk.
What a beautiful day it's been. What a beautiful day it's been. Now, so when Rev was talking about simple solutions to complex problems, I remember some time ago, I saw this bottle of alcohol, and I've just been wondering how some of those wines are supposed to be so nice. How do you take the alcohol out of it? So I just tore off the percentage. You know, it's supposed to be maybe 21% or something. So once you tear that percentage off the bottle, it means that some people didn't get it. It's okay. When you listen to it again, you come on. Let's thank God for Reverend Femi one more time. Yeah. Ordinary fun. Turn things around. To get to the book stand and all the other materials are available. Like I said, Dad and Mom's books are also there, and so many other things that will bless you. And I'm glad to also let you know by this time tomorrow something. And then we have the grand finale on Sundays, depending on where you are worshiping. But we're glad it's been a beautiful one. Yes. Sorry, sir. Yes. So for all of God's servants, we're glad that you're here. We have a pastor's lounge upstairs on the second floor. This is the ground floor, the first floor, and the second floor. So we'd crave your indulgence, pastors and ministers, to join us on the second floor. Dad and Mom are going to be there so we can get to fellowship with them a bit before we proceed on into the evening. Evening session starts. At Dr. Longa, I'm like, he's going to be back tomorrow morning, isn't he? Yeah. So let's thank God for Dr. Longa. Yeah. All right. Let me turn to him and say, neighbor, it's getting better and better. Say, my status is changing. There's no more decline. I'm on my way to a better place. Till I see you next time, keep the fire burning.